John opens his gospel by telling us where to begin. Listen to the phrase, "in the beginning." That phrase is supposed to take you back to the first page of the Bible where God creates the heavens and the earth. So before John tells us about Jesus walking in Galilee, he takes us behind Galilee, behind Israel, behind time itself. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now notice how much John says in that one sentence, the Word already was. So the Word does not begin when creation begins. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. John is not describing a creature beside God. He is describing the eternal Word who is with God and is God. Then John slows down and repeats the timing. He was in the beginning with God. That repetition is doing work. John wants us to feel the point settle. The Word is not introduced as a prophet who appears later in the story. He is already there in the beginning, before the world has a sky, a sea, or a morning. Now John moves from who the Word is to what the Word does. All things came into being through him, and apart from him, nothing came into being that has come into being. That is a sweeping claim. John says all things came into being through him. Then he says the same thing from the other side. Apart from him, nothing came into being. In other words, if something exists, it owes its existence to the Word. So when John calls him the Word, we should pause there. Word, in Greek, logos. Not just a sound, not just vocabulary. The logos is God speaking, God's reason and self-expression. Think of Genesis, where God speaks and creation comes into being. John says that creating Word is personal. After creation, John moves to what the Word gives to creation. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. This is not a random new image. John has just told us that everything came into being through the Word. Now he tells us what is in him, life, and that life becomes light for mankind. Human life, human sight, and true understanding come from him. Then John introduces the first conflict, and the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overtake it. The image is simple, but it is powerful. The light shines into darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. John is not setting up two equal forces. He is showing us a light that keeps shining even when the darkness resists. After introducing the light, John introduces a witness to the light. There was a man having been sent from God whose name was John. This is John the Baptist, not John the author of the gospel. And notice how carefully he is described. A man sent from God. His role matters. But he is not the center of the story. So what is his role? He came as a witness, to bear witness about the light, so that all might believe through him. A witness does not point to himself. A witness points to what he has seen. John the Baptist stands by the river like a signpost, and the goal of his ministry is that people would believe in the light. John makes that boundary explicit. He was not the light, but he came to bear witness about the light. That negative sentence is important. John was not the light. He was sent to bear witness about the light. The lamp beside the road is good, but the lamp is not the sunrise. Now John identifies the light more fully. There was the true light, which coming into the world enlightens everyone. True light means the real source, not a reflection. This is not local light or tribal light. John says the true light comes into the world and enlightens everyone. The claim is as wide as humanity. Then John turns from the light's identity to the response of the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. Do you hear the tension? He is in the world. The world was made through him, and yet the world does not know him. The created house does not recognize its builder. The room is lit, but the eyes stay closed. John narrows that tragedy from the world in general to his own people. He came to what was his own, and those who were his own did not receive him. This is the negation beat. The light comes to his own gate, and you would expect the gate to open. Instead, his own people do not receive him. The darkness does not defeat the light. It exposes the refusal. But John does not leave us at rejection. He immediately shows the other response. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, even to those who believe in his name. So receiving him means believing in his name. And the gift is not small. Those who receive him are given the right to become children of God. The rejection is real, but grace opens a family. Then John explains what this new birth is not. Who were born, not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. Not of blood means this is not inherited through a family line. Not of the will of the flesh means it is not produced by human effort. Not of the will of man means no human authority can grant it. The new birth is of God. Now John reaches the central claim of the prologue. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, glory as of the only begotten from the Father, full of grace and truth. Flesh. This is where the whole opening lands. The Word who was with God, who was God, and through whom all things came into being, enters the world he made, not merely as an idea, not as a symbol, in real human flesh. And the word dwelt is important too. Dwelt. In Greek, eskenosin, it means he pitched his tent. John is pointing to the tabernacle, the tent where God's glory dwelled among Israel. Now the glory dwells among us in the Son. After that central claim, John brings the witness back into the argument. John bore witness about him and cried out, saying, "This was he of whom I said, 'He who comes after me has been ahead of me, for he existed before me.'" That sounds like a puzzle until you remember John's point. Jesus comes after John in public ministry, but he ranks before John because he existed before John. The witness is pointing beyond the timeline of his own ministry. Then John explains what believers receive from the Son. For of his fullness we have all received, and grace upon grace. The key word is fullness. The Son is not giving from emptiness or scarcity. From his fullness, believers receive grace upon grace, not one gift and then nothing. Gift on top of gift. Now define that word grace. Grace, in Greek, charis, undeserved favor. John is not picturing a tiny favor passed across a table. He is picturing abundance, the generosity of God stacked up and overflowing. John then contrasts Moses and Christ so we can see the movement of the Bible's story. For the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. John is not erasing Moses. The law was truly given through Moses, but grace and truth come through Jesus Christ. The light now has a name in history. The Word made flesh is Jesus Christ. Finally, John closes the opening where he began, with the Son and the Father. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten God who is in the bosom of the Father, he has explained him. That is John's final claim in the prologue. The unseen God has been explained by the Son. Verse 1 said the Word was with God. Verse 18 says he is in the bosom of the Father. John has taken us from creation to light, to witness, to rejection, to new birth, to the Word made flesh. The Word was God. The Word made all. The Word became flesh. Will you receive him? Behold him. Believe in his name. Receive him. For of his fullness we have all received, grace upon grace.
Hey, my name's Andrew. I hope you enjoyed the video. My mission and my purpose in creating these videos is to make the Bible accessible to everyday people. And so if you enjoyed it and you want to support the future of content creation moving forward for this channel and the ministry at large, I would please ask that you would subscribe to the channel, that you'd give that a thumbs up, that you'd share it to anybody that you think that could benefit from this resource, and go and check out the other resources at 101bible.org, where you'll see curriculum on how to study the Bible and other different kinds of resources that'll help you in your journey and in your walk with the Lord Jesus Christ. God bless. I hope you have a great day.